said, you see her on the screen. Zeke, if you don't mind, I'm going to give her flowers because she is the two-time champion, but also the two-time winner of the AP Player of the Year. Candace, welcome in. Good to see you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you all. I miss you guys. Can't wait to get back.
Nope. Happy New Year. It ain't the same without you, Candace.
Not the same. Not the same at all. So Ace, I'm going to start with you here because we know what's going on with Klay Thompson, and clearly you are familiar with what it takes to come back from an injury. So give us maybe what is going through his mind right now. What are your expectations for Klay as he makes his return?
Well, to have the type of back-to-back injuries that Klay Thompson has had, mentally, it's a strain. You're watching the game continue to go on. You're watching players dominate, and you're wishing that you could be out there. And, I think it's more mental than it is physical. The moment that you're able to step back on that court, I remember I had been off for 2 years. I had to redshirt my freshman year at Tennessee, and Midnight Madness was the first time I was able to step out on the court. And that feeling, that adrenaline, the purpose, every rep that you did to get back on the court is going to go through your mind. And Klay not only has that as motivation, but being snubbed on the top 75. He was on my list. So I just think that it's going to be unbelievable as a fan to watch him play, but individually, as a player to come back from the injuries he's had, and to compete with Golden State for a championship, it's going to be amazing second half of the season.
Zeke, I got to come to you. What do you expect individually and collectively with Klay returning back to this Warriors team?
I'm just happy to see him back on the court, paired with Steph. Last year, sometime I tweeted, I miss Steph and Klay being out on the court playing together. I miss them playing basketball. And, I'm really happy for Klay. And, I remember Dumars and I sat down and did an interview with he and Steph. And, just being in their presence and, feeling their championship vibe, compared to all championship vibe. And, the journeys that they were facing and the people that they were facing. I mean, Steph and Klay going against the LeBron James, the dominant player of this era. Joe and I having to go against Magic, Jordan, Kareem, that era. So, I mean, there are a lot of similarities in terms of the backcourt comparisons, but watching Klay and wanting him to have success, I don't think there's a person in the NBA or outside of the NBA that's not a fan of this young man, the way he approaches the game and the way he plays the game.
Indeed.
We're rooting for him.
Oh, no, we all are rooting for him, no question. You saw some of the practice video, knocked down 24 straight threes. Zeke talked about it beforehand. He clearly has that weather, one of the greatest shooters ever to do it. We know the numbers are there. Probably should have been on that top 75 list.
And all defense a couple of years ago when he didn't make all defensive teams.
He continues to get snubbed, and I don't like that. Candace, I know you saw that Klay drain these 24 straight threes.
Oh, straight. Wait.
And I think the entire league saw that he drained those 24 straight threes. I know that as fans, we are excited. I know Golden State fans are excited. I know his teammates are excited, but the rest of the league is not excited. Let's just be honest. Golden State right now has a record that sits them on top. They've had some key crucial wins without players. At Phoenix, with players in health and safety protocols, injuries, Andrew Wiggins, they've been bit by the bug that most teams in the NBA have, but they've persevered. And now you're going to add another guy on the court, and not just shooting. I think that's, everybody, it's playmaking, it's attention, it's space, it's defensively being able to get up and guard. I mean, you're able to throw out a lineup where you're able to have Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, you're able to have Klay Thompson, and you're going to have Glove the second. Like, the lineup that they're able to put on the floor defensively as well as offensively, it's scary for the rest of the NBA.